a salute. I'm your host, Chris Budihas, and today's segment is sponsored by the Military Affairs and Veterans Department, City of Jacksonville. Harrison Connors' team, squaring away our veterans, make sure they get the benefits that they earn as a result of their military service. Joining me virtually in Dallas, Texas, is Tim Dickey with Improving. Tim, how are you?
I'm doing great, Chris. Thank you for having me today.
No, thank you for coming on. I appreciate, us connecting on LinkedIn. What a powerful tool that is. Let's give the audience, the 30 seconds on you. Where are you originally from and what you do in the military?
All right. Originally from Visalia, California. Entered the service way back before 2000, so I'm not going to date myself too much. Started my career in the submarine force in the U.S.
Wow.
Navy. Finished my career in the Navy Reserve, retiring out of the Special Operations Community as an intel support person.
Excellent.
Now working in the private sector, thoroughly enjoying my life as a product development coach.
That's awesome. Well, we got a lot to unpack there. First of all, thank you for your service to the nation and what you did. We couldn't do this here today, so it's much appreciated. So yeah, let's talk about that post-military journey. So one, what's Improving and what do you do with them?
Improving is one of the fastest growing digital services companies in the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
And I say that because we've actually got offices in Canada, the United States, Mexico, as well as Argentina and Chile.
Wow.
So what I get to do is I get to work with product development teams on digital products. So think about software, and oftentimes it's software that you would access via the web from your home computer. Most of the time it's software that companies need to have kind of the fire team come in and work on specifically focused features and functionalities that need to get to the market fast.
Mm. And is there any specific business size you're looking at? You work from with large enterprises all the way down to small companies, or is there like that sweet spot?
We span. Typically, we're focused on that medium-sized to large business, and certainly enterprise. And by enterprise, I mean international business. So. But we also have a startup accelerator that we support called Code Launch. And so we do reach down and we start, at the beginning of an idea, oftentimes through Code Launch, and help businesses grow from that idea into a full-fledged, profitable venture.
That's awesome. So to kind of differentiate from our audience, what is Improving's value proposition, in relation to your competition? Why should they go to Improving by somebody else?
I'll tell you, I think it's two things, and these are the two concepts that really drew me from IBM over to Improving. First of all, is that we base our business on two pillars, trust being one of them, and the concept of conscious capitalism. So I see it embodied in the way that we work with our clients. I recognize that there are a lot of sacrifices that get made in the process, and it's very much like service in the military. So that was a huge magnet. The second thing, and I think this is equally as important, is the fact that you've got to be excellent in your craft just to get in the door. For anybody who's served in the armed forces, especially in elite units, it's like, oh my gosh. So I'm coming in to an organization that really seeks the best of the best to begin with. And as a result, I thoroughly, and my wife knows this, by the way, we've been married for over 20 years. I thoroughly enjoy coming to work. I thoroughly enjoy spending time with my colleagues and building those relationships. And it shows in the way that we deliver, our capabilities to our clients.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'll put one word to it: culture, right? Culture matters. And I tell folks, like some large business owners, we're having a conversation the other day, and they reaffirmed that statement that it's easier to retain talent and grow talent than it is to go recruit talent. And the fact you have a culture where people literally want to get up in the morning, put on their clothes and go to work, that matters, because not everybody's like that. Other people struggle. So, hey, so Tim, for those service members that are a year out from separation, what's that one bit of advice either they need to know from you as they look to transition, or hey, if you want to recruit, what's one reason they should come work for you other than culture?
I would say work on the translation between your skill set that you've learned in the military and how that applies to industry. And I say this from the standpoint that soft skills do matter, and certainly putting the right language around that, but also hard skills. And so if you think that you've done a great job at project management, start looking at product management and product development and what that looks like, and seeing where you can take and create a natural bridge through storytelling to say, hey, by the way, I've already done this. That's the way I got into improving. I said, oh, we were doing product development in the Intel space for years. I just didn't have an idea and an understanding of how I could translate that directly into industry.
Yeah, it's funny. My son, who works for the state of Florida, he was a former infantry officer in the Army, and he's going through his PMP right now, and he had learned a lot in his civilian career thus far, but he feels like it's kind of, shining him up, so to speak, because the lingo matters. Like he said, he goes, I've had parallels in my civilian career or in my military career, but now I'm going to be able to, the Sprechen business a little bit more in that space. And then, because common language and communications can either enable a team and provide synergy or totally divide it. And then next thing you know, you're like, I meant for you to do this, not that. So, hey, Tim, how do folks find Improving?
It's very simple. www.improving.com.
I love it.
We own it. We own it, and it's probably worth like $1.5 million.
Yeah, I couldn't afford it. Maybe Elon. That's awesome. Well, hey, Tim, again, thanks for your service to the nation. Appreciate what you're doing. Thanks for coming here to tell about your post-military journey and what you're doing with Improving and all the great advice that you gave. So look forward to staying in contact. Thank you.
Likewise, Chris. I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Hey, folks, you like what you heard? Please share us. Connect with Tim and I on LinkedIn. We'd love to connect with you. Take a look at improving.com and our show notes if you have some interest there or you just got a question. Again, Tim and I, we're here. We're ready to answer those questions. DM us. We'll see you our next segment. Live with Gratitude.
When they leave us for battle, we await their return. When their embrace is gone, we imagine them with us. Some don't come back. We grieve. Some come back hurting. We help. Heroes survive. We honor them. Heroes fall. We remember them. 150,000 veterans live in Jacksonville. We serve them. We're the Military Affairs and Veterans Department, City of Jacksonville. Because of them, our light never dims.